I'm Tanya. I'm the principal here at Emu Creek State School, and we are a small school of 35 students, approximately 20 minutes south of Toowoomba. What's unique about our school is that we have 33% of our students are students with a disability, which is a pretty high number for a small school. And with such a large number of students with disability in our school, we've been investigating assistive technology for the last 18 months to find tools that support our students to be independent learners in the classroom. Our resourcing in terms of our access to people and humans is quite limited, being a small school. So assistive technology has been a winner for us because it's helped us to overcome learning barriers and to develop those independent skills in our students. One of the tools that we use here are C-pens. We have 6 C-pens that we use amongst our students. It has really increased student independence during their learning and assessment tasks. That has also in turn reduced the teacher workload. So quite often you might have an assessment or a task that needs to be done, and you would need a human, a teacher aide or teacher to sit beside the students and read the text to the students, particularly for those with dyslexia. And we use the C-pen to enable the student to have independence, and that also increases their confidence because they feel that they're just like their peers. They're able to work independently and they don't need teacher aide support. So some of the best places that we've been able to use the C-pen are maths, science and HASS assessments. So we use it right across the curriculum when they're not being assessed on their literacy skills. But without those literacy skills, it could be very detrimental to your assessment if you can't read the task. So our students use the C-pen to support them with reading, and then they're able to put their answer to paper. In English, we use the C-pen when they're not being assessed on their ability to read. So we use it across all our subject areas. And in our processes here at school, we document this in students' personalised learning record that they use the C-pen as an assistive technology. We discuss and collaborate on this with parents, and parents also sign off on that process as well. And we've even had some parents follow up on that and purchase their own C-pen so their students can use it at home to do their homework. And they also talk about how much it develops their independence. And the first case study is about a young student who has ADHD, and the first time he used the C-pen, his eyes lit up because it gave him the ability to access his learning tasks and an assessment task independently. So he uses that to read the questions because his barrier to learning is reading, and then he's able to independently write his answers. Sometimes we have teachers query about whether a C-pen is cheating or are we giving them an unfair advantage. But what we've discovered is it removes a barrier to learning. It gives them access to the curriculum on the same level as their peers. It didn't give him any answers, but it did give him the ability to work independently and put his own answers down. And the smile on his face at the end of that task, because that was the first time he was able to complete an assessment without any adult assistance, was gold. And as I said, that's the main reason that we use assistive technology to help students develop their independence. Another student, he has ASD as well as ADHD, and he is a couple of year levels behind in his reading. He uses the C-pen in many ways. One of the ways he uses it is to pre-read texts before he studies those texts in the classroom. So it actually gives him repeated opportunities to listen to a text, and we know that the more opportunities that students have to hear their work, that repetition, that helps embed it in their long-term memory. When he first started using the C-pen, he would scan the text and he would look at it with amazement as it read the words, and it started giving him that one-on-one word correspondence as he saw the words and he could hear the words, and that's been able to support him with his reading. He also uses it across the subject areas to support him with his independence. We will continue to use the C-pens at Emu Creek because it's become an invaluable part of our toolkit. One of the reasons for that is we know that it will have a flow-on process through to the high school, and also it can be used later on in life or outside of school. But it's also a tool that has been very easy for our students to pick up and use. It's almost like an everyday part of our life here at Emu Creek.